Hi folks, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Hey, we're coming to a blog post I want to share with you. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube. As always, tell your friends, neighbors, relatives. What we're going to be doing is challenging today the versus comparison of the AT&T Apple iPhone 5S, and it's the gold version, versus the Samsung Galaxy S4. We're going to be putting these two head-to-head against each other and see who wins. Let's check it out and watch. Okay, so here you can see this is a very strong definition, the Geekbench 3 app that has been updated to actually measure the iPhone 5 64-bit chip. And you can see here it definitely trounces the S4. The iPhone 5 comes in a single-core score of 1415 against the 674 single-core score on the S4, 2565 multi-score against the 1804 multi-score on the Samsung Galaxy S4. So pretty amazing. The 64-bit chip seems to be the difference maker here at how everything goes, which is kind of interesting considering you've got more memory over here on the S4, and you've also got 4 cores as opposed to 2 on the iPhone 5S. So very interesting how this comes out. Now, I don't worry about some of these other numbers. You can page down and pause as we go through them if you really like to look at the numbers. You can download these apps, of course, on the app stores, and what's great is you can follow along at home, compare the phone you're possibly currently using, and decide maybe which of these phones might work best for you. So finish paging down here a little bit, and let's see if we can't even these up. And you can take a look at those. I think that should be it. Okay, so here we're using the 3D Mark benchmark app. You can get this from the app stores. And this does some pretty intensive testing of the devices. What we've done is we've done the best ice storm unlimited score. So we've used the unlimited test in this. You can see that the iPhone 5S took and outplayed the Samsung Galaxy S4 in this case, 13,291 versus 10,448. We can page down through this results, and you can see how these came out, etc., and the details. You can see here the graphics score much higher on the drawing of physics score was actually won by the Samsung Galaxy S4. Graphics test was pretty hot on the 5S, as was the test 2. The physics test, again at the bottom, actually was won by the S4. Let's see, and that's pretty much about it. So you can see here the iPhone 5S giving a very strong performance. Okay, so here we've run the PassMark Performance Test Mobile. It's also called Performance Test Mobile on the iOS. You can, of course, download this app if you so choose. Here's our results: the iPhone 5S versus the Samsung Galaxy S4. System-wise, 5345 score beats the S4 at 3255. We'll page down through some of this data. CPU measurements test. You can see here that the 5S definitely outtrumps the S4. 36,000 versus 15,141. Let's page down some more. Disk test definitely did really well during the disk test. Now we're assuming that all these apps have been updated with PassMark for the new chip set. So that being said, disk test you can see definitely outperformed the S4. Memory outperformed the S4. 2D, the S4 did a little bit better on the 2D scale, and on 3D, should be down here, looks like it definitely beat the S4 on 3D. So there you have it with the PassMark scores. Okay, so here you can see the results. We're using the GFX Bench 2.7, 0.2, in the case over here 2.7. So there may be some little bit of difference in how these things add up and work, but we'll go ahead and give them to you anyway. Using the off-screen benchmarking tool, we scored 1371 frames at 24 frames per second versus 863 on the S4 at 15 frames per second, 2013 frames at 36 frames per second, 864 frames at 15 frames per second. Definitely, if this is currently updated to be appropriately going back and forth between these two, the S4 wins. Okay, so there you have it. We've done a comparison between both these phones. Definitely some interesting results we've gotten out of the iPhone 5S, almost across the board outpacing the Samsung Galaxy S4, and most likely is the most fastest phone on the market currently available. So it's going to be interesting to see how long the iPhone 5S will hold up to that title. So you can go to our good friends at AT&T.com with the fastest download and upload speeds. Tell them Chris Voss sent you. Pick out the phone that's going to work best for you. Be sure to watch all of our video comparisons. Give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube so you can keep getting all these great videos. Thanks for coming by, and be sure to watch the ChrisVossShow.com often.